Welcome to this week's edition of Tea Time with Jesus, where we spill the tea on Jesus and give you the good stuff. Today, Debbie and I are going to be talking about faith. Deb, what did you find out about faith this week?
Well, I went to scripture, of course, and in Hebrews it tells us that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Jesus tells us to have childlike faith. You know, it's kind of like when you're little and your dad wants you to jump into his arms, and you don't hesitate because you know he's going to catch him or catch you. Well, with Christ, that's the kind of faith we need. Now, is our faith always right up there in the righteousness, or is our faith sometimes this big? Well, he says even if we have faith as small as a mustard seed, we can move mountains.
Which is the smallest seed in the world.
Yes, it is. It's the smallest seed.
So, the tiniest amount of faith.
I know. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, we can say to that mountain, move, and it will move. Well, how much faith do you have? Because my faith sometimes is, it's like as small as a mustard seed. That type of thing. So what do you think about that?
I think that faith is awesome, and that there are going to be times in your life where your situation weighs you down so heavily that your faith is tiny.
Mm-hmm.
But when you gain clarity of that situation and you start remembering who your God is,
mm-hmm.
and you start speaking faith to that situation, and things start happening, it's just so
you wonder why.
awesome.
You wonder why. It's like, why was I worrying?
Yeah. Okay, so the other evening, my husband, who is opening and closing the church, misplaced the church keys.
Oh, no.
And he was devastated. He felt like he had taken on a responsibility and had failed in that responsibility, had failed the church, had failed Jimmy, had failed Pastor John.
Yeah.
He was really in a bad space.
I don't blame him.
And their keys, they can get remade.
Yeah.
They're on a key ring that's unidentifiable. It's $10. And I realized the gravity of the situation because a long time ago, when I used to be a key holder, I misplaced mine for a couple days, and just because I lay stuff down and forget what I did. Well, he was so distraught, and he was breaking my heart, and I started praying, Lord, please reveal where these keys are.
Yeah.
Please bring them back to us. And a couple hours later, he had gone and changed into his pajama pants and come back through. We was watching something on TV, and he just dropped his hand down and hit something hard in the side of his pajama pants in his pocket. And he's like, what in the world? And he pulled out the church keys. He almost cried, guys. He was so relieved.
Oh.
And because I had prayed out loud in his presence, he started to worship the Lord. He knew that God had revealed these keys back to him. Now, our only thought is, when he changed out of his daily pants into his pajama pants, he thought, I need to put these keys back through there. So he stuck them in his pocket and walked through the house, forgot they were there.
He wasn't in pajamas.
He doesn't wear pajamas to church, I promise. But
anyway,
who knows if they were really there?
Well, I know.
Who knows if that's what happened, because he
God
doesn't
can
remember
do all
doing it.
things. Yeah, I know. And
God may have
faith
snatched him up from the gas station and put him in his pajama pockets.
That's true. That's true.
But because one of his children needed him,
yeah,
and called out in faith, he came.
He may not come because it happened to me with my neighbor's key. I have a key, so if I need to get in and take the dogs out or whatever. And so I could not find it anywhere. It was like, oh my gosh, I just hang it right on the keychain in the door. So I had to call Wanda and say, can I have please tell me you have an extra key because I can't find your key. Well, she did that. I went and had another copy made. And I had said, Lord, please help me find these keys. So maybe 2 days later, maybe a day later, after I'd made the key, my hat that I bought for when we went on a cruise to keep the sun out of, off of me, hangs up on Rick's hat thing. And we also have a keychain right under it. Well, I moved that hat, and the hat was covering up where the key was. So it was on my wall all the time.
I've done things like that.
It happens. And, it's trusting. I mean, most people that have moms and dads that know how to be moms and dads, their children trust them,
Right.
because they want the best for us. And that's what Jesus wants for the best of it, for us, is the best. And the faith thing is just, like you said, you'll need something. And it's like, then it comes through all of a sudden, but it didn't come on that day necessarily that you needed it or thought you needed it. So, yeah. And faith, I mean, it can be a roller coaster. I mean, the things they went through with Albert and his liver and everything, I mean, that's just an emotional faith roller coaster.
Yeah.
Because it's, okay, God, I know you're going to do it. But look at him. Look at him. And I know you know what he looks like. He looks like he's going on the other side. You know what I mean? And so, but then.
Which was a huge situation.
Yes.
But he was with me in that huge situation. And he also cared about the small situation, which was the keys. Because honestly, $10 could have fixed that. But it was the,
well,
what's it called? It was the whatever of it, the
point of it, or the
you guys
you
guys can make up that word.
It's just stick in there what you want.
Yeah, it was that Albert cared so much about it. It wasn't that.
It wasn't like I'll just go and have Pastor he'd have to get another key to go do it. So he'd still
he'd already called Pastor. He'd already called Jimmy. Jimmy said, it's okay. I'll get it taken care of. We'll have it set for you for Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But he just was so hurt that he had done something like that. And God cared about that hurt. Yeah. He cares about every single thing that we go through. He wants us in every situation. Huge health problem, on deathbed situation, or tiny problem that can be fixed with $10. Yeah, he cares about all of them. He wants you to have the faith for him to step in every situation, not just the big, huge health scare, because we know that he still does miracles. We know that he'll take care of things. And this tablecloth's aggravating me because my belly keeps dragging it off. But he is just so faithful. And there is Psalms 36 maybe, that after everything, single scripture, it says his faithful love endures forever. And I read that the other day, and as I read every single scripture, I think it's 26 times or something. I'm just winging this, so if you look it up and I'm on the wrong one, don't be shooting me or anything. But after every single thing, it says yada yada yada, for his faithful love endures forever. Yada yada yada, for his faithful love endures forever. And that's something people have to hear sometimes. Mm-hmm. And a God who loves us like that will be faithful to us always. And he will, all he wants us to be faithful back to him. He wants us to say, I trust you, which is what faith is.
Yes.
So,
bottom line, it's like when we took EE years ago and talked about, this chair here. I mean, we both just flopped down in the chair and said, it's going to hold us.
Yeah.
Now, one day, it may not be able to hold us.
Some chairs I worry about.
But we trust that with no problem, But sometimes myself, if it's a small thing, I'm thinking, God's busy. with all these other big things? Isn't there something I can do? I try to fix it. I try to do it. I try to, and ultimately it's like, okay, Lord, I can't do it. So help me. Take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel, And I think everybody kind of struggles with that at times. I mean,
true.
Lord have mercy. What the faith that Abraham had. I'm just going to lay my son up here.
God told me
and
to.
I'm getting ready to, do what I got to do. And I'm thinking, the kid. Does the kid not realize? What are you doing? Where's the lamb? I mean, he knew.
I mean, he was saying, Dad,
where's the lamb? You know. I said, I don't know if that would happen with me, but God is gracious. There we have that. And He's faithful. And, I mean, some of us humans go through stuff like that. I mean, the reality, people that are in countries that they're trying to share their faith with them, and then they get found out, and some of them are martyred. They're killed, for their faith. So, that's what faith, if you saw it, although in Scripture there's also where it has, and I forgot to write this down, but it says, just looking at the creation, you have no excuse not to know that there is a God, and there is, because without a creator, you're not going to have a creation. Somebody had the big boom did not happen. Okay, I'm sorry.
And there's the intricacies. Even how a butterfly is made.
Yeah, or a hummingbird.
I mean, they're just, every single thing is so intricate. A rock did not hit a rock and make that happen. No. It's, the Lord created everything. And he was very deliberate about how everything was created. Mm-hmm. And it goes to show in nature how a tiny seed grows into a huge tree that provides food, apples, oranges, whatever. It's just amazing. But
even the human body,
oh my gosh, we can't even get started there. That's a complicated mess. Anyway, the whole point is just the tiniest bit of faith for any situation that you're in. And God sees that as a huge amount of faith, because He knows you're giving what you can. Mm-hmm. And He loves you, so He wants to give back to you. And that's all I have to say about it.
That's all I really have to say about it. You helped me out tremendously, so thank you.
Well, you're welcome. And we want you to remember at the end of the video to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, because that lets us know when people are looking or whatever. So we thank you so much, and I hope you have a blessed day.
Bye-bye. Till next time.